Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Straight Up Drag.
Hey guys, welcome back to the cozy edition of Straight Up Drag.
Yeah, we have a little change of scenery this week.
Where I didn't want to leave bed today, so I made Nick come to me.
But anyway, let's get started. I'm Nick.
I'm Joe, and I'm straight.
And I'm not. What was that?
I had a little phlegm.
Oh my god. Alright, so let's talk about this week, because this week was drama. So, Latrice, the dearly beloved, went home.
Yes.
Manila's a wreck.
I'm upset about Latrice going home because I love her, but also...
She did the worst.
She kind of deserved it.
Yeah, you know. I love her.
Welcome to the real world, baby.
They said it. She's the fan favorite.
Yes. Oh, okay.
But she went home.
Yeah.
So?
That's life.
Manila's a wreck. She's crying. They're all talking. I think Naomi...
Can I be real?
Yes.
Manila's a little dramatic.
Okay, she is.
Okay, like, I get your friend went home, whatever, but, like, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, she's okay. She's alive. She has a successful drag career. She'll be fine. Like, she's fine.
She still has a career, and, like...
She has a successful career, doesn't she?
A very, very
you
successful.
have a very successful
yeah.
career. So then, like, why are you crying
But
so
that's
much?
her best friend.
If you and I were on, like, Survivor, and you went home, I wouldn't cry. I'd be like,
No.
there goes Nick. Maybe if he didn't suck so bad, he would have stayed.
I mean, yeah, and I wouldn't expect you to cry, but, like, drag queens are known to be dramatic, so...
Who said that?
Who said what?
That drag queens are known to be dramatic.
Everyone
I'm
ever.
making a funny. Keep going.
Anyway, so Naomi calls Manila out, I'm pretty sure it's Naomi, and it's like, are we just gonna assume that Monet's name is in your titty? And then she pulls it out.
And it sure was.
Cries even more. Monet expected it, but still they pinned it on Monet's face and she's like, gagged. She's like, oh.
Well, see, everyone's holding it against Manila as if they wouldn't do the same.
But a lot of them this season wouldn't.
I guess, but like, you also have to consider, like, she's right, it is more complicated than just, like, it's not just who's better all the time.
Yeah.
And also, Manila tried to get rid of the stronger competitor.
In the past.
She's playing the game.
But Manila, it was interesting what she said. She said to Monique, she was like, you had an easier job of it because your
best friend, yeah.
Your friend did better. Which
So,
was
like, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
No, but she's right. Like,
yeah.
like, Monique can preach all she wants, but, like, for her, the moral choice and the correct choice were the same choice.
Yeah.
She didn't have to choose.
So then they have that big awkward moment where all of them hold hands except for Manila.
Yeah.
And she gets up and is like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go. And then expects somebody to go after her. Stares back at them. They're all just holding hands, kumbayaing, ignoring her. And then she just goes in the corner and cries.
Yeah, it's life, you know?
But then she walks
It's like me at a high school party.
But then what I don't understand is Monet's like in the confessional, alright, I'm sending her home now, like now we know what it is, Miss Congeniality stepping down. And then walks in the next day, holding hands with her.
See, like, I knew they were gonna make up. I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't think...
And they made up later on in the episode.
Which made sense to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were gonna walk in like best friends, buddy-buddy.
Yeah, and that's the thing also that I found interesting with Manila is that she was like really in tears and hysterical crying after Latrice went home, but then the next day she's like, alright, I'm refreshed.
I mean, again, it's just a competition. How long are you gonna mourn your friend getting voted off?
Not even dead, just voted off.
Like, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. You can text her anytime you want. She's around.
True. Well, not right now. They took their phones.
Oh, really?
They take their phones when they're filming. They're not allowed to have any technology. They also tape their hotel doors.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, the rules got a lot stricter because of things that have happened in the past in season 4. Well, that's a different video for a different day.
Okay.
But anyway, so they come back in the workroom and the challenge this week is the roast of the late, great Lady Bunny. One of the most iconic drag queens.
I gotta say, I didn't know who that was until this episode, but I like Lady Bunny a
Lady
lot.
Bunny is iconic. A
She's
filthy,
funny.
dirty, hysterical man in a wig.
She was funny.
I love her. She's
Big
hysterical.
fan.
So, the roast, they gave Monique the power to choose the order.
Can I, for 1 second, about this roast? So they got that SNL actress to come on
Yeah.
and give them comedy tips.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't think her tips were all that helpful.
For some of them.
For some they were. For some of them it was like...
And then Manila, it was just be funny.
Yeah.
Like, she literally said that to...
For Naomi, she
Yeah.
was like, write a lot and pick your favorite 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then she did say, I think that's pretty obvious, but I'm saying it anyway. But like,
Yeah, but that's also because Naomi's jokes. We're getting ahead of ourselves, so we'll go back. But Naomi's jokes in like the walkthrough were a lot better than her jokes on stage. Like I don't know what happened.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go back.
But anyway, so Rue announced that it's the roast and eulogy of the late great Lady Bunny, and then she's not actually dead. If you didn't watch the episode, and then she gives Monique the power to pick the order because Monique won.
Mm-hmm.
So Monique was shady with the order because the order is everything, and this was a big redemption moment for Manila because Manila bombed in her comedy challenge on her season.
I have to say, to put yourself in the middle is a strange choice.
It's a smart choice.
I disagree.
Okay, elaborate.
Anchor is the worst,
Mm-hmm.
which is last. Anchor's the worst. You don't want to be Anchor. You don't want to close out the show.
Yeah.
But I would put myself first or second.
No, opening is if you bomb, they're gonna remember it.
No, they're not. Because there's 5 more people who still have to bomb after you.
True. See,
Like,
my mentality is the middle is safe because if you're memorable and you're good, they're gonna remember you. But if you're not that good,
but think of it this way. She put herself in the middle,
Mhm.
put Monet at the start, who is really strong,
True.
and put Manila at the end, who is really strong. So when they come in with a strong one and they end with a strong one, the middle fades away.
but my thing is, I think what she knows, because all of them have watched the show, I think she remembers that Manila did really bad on her season for her comedy challenge,
Yeah.
and thought that she would relive the same thing, and that's why because she said she put her in the bottom in the last
Because the last is
to
hard.
get her out.
Yeah.
But then the walkthroughs. Rue was laughing for Monet and Monique, and then when Rue went to Manila, Rue is hysterical
Oh
laughing.
my god, he loved
Hysterical. And then they pan over to Monique's face and she's like,
it. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was great. I love that.
That was amazing.
Yeah. But I mean, he also said, like, Manila has an upper hand because she knows...
Lady Bunny.
Yeah.
But she's not the only one who's worked with Bunny. Like, a lot of them have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because a lot of them have gone on tour with Bunny. Like, Valentina worked with Bunny.
Okay.
Monet didn't work with her personally, but she knows
I
her
think-
because they're both from New York.
I think Rue had a certain rapport with Manila because Manila is closer to veteran status, like Rue. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the 2 vets talking about
Yeah.
another vet
Yeah.
when there's a bunch of, like, younger drag queens around.
That's
It's
really what it is.
It's almost like, you know, they just have more in common.
Mhm.
So, like, the type of humor that Manila brings to the table about a mutual friend.
Because that's really what it is at this point, and that's what's hard with the show and where things get muddled, is because these queens who have been in, like, have built a relationship with Rue for 10 plus years,
Yeah.
and then you have these other queens that, like, are fresh off their seasons and coming.
And I think he does a good job of being pretty non-biased,
Yeah.
but, like, there's some level of bias that you can't help.
Yeah, that it just creeps through.
Just as a person.
hmm
So, I mean... But I think out of all judges, like, he does a good job.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just, you know, sometimes you don't even know what you're doing when you're being biased.
True. Now let's move on to the actual performance. Who's your top? Who's your bottom for the roast? What'd you think?
I'm allowed to have 2, right?
Yeah, you can.
Because I think Monet and Monique were my top.
Mhm.
Tops.
Tops.
With an S. I liked Monique a little better.
I think Monique was the top for the week.
I like Monique a little better because it was a little more creative.
hmm
I think they were both really funny, but I think Monique brought a touch of creativity.
Monique's church lady was hysterical.
Um,
And then Monique did like the chest and everything.
yeah.
Oh my god, I loved it. It was so
My-
funny.
Bottom would be... I mean, like, they were great and then they were bad. Like,
Yeah.
that was it.
It's really split down the middle.
Naomi was terrible. Valentina, no surprise, was terrible.
And Trinity.
And Trinity,
choked.
like, I think Trinity just messed up a lot. Oh, wow, there's some in my eye, dude. Trinity just messed up, like, her... She just, like, choked.
Yeah,
like,
she choked.
I think she had decent jokes, ideas in the, like, practice.
And then I don't
And
know
then-
what happened, but this happened with
I also hated her look.
She had a roast on her season. They did the roast of Michelle Visage on her season, and she choked on that too. So I think it was the stress of that.
Probably, yeah.
Cause she's funny.
She's really funny. I think Trinity is a funnier improv artist,
Yeah,
and I think she struggles to write
I think that's
Jokes.
what it is.
because there's a different art.
Yeah,
And I think we've seen that in improv, she kills it. Like, she's just got good instincts.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, there's nothing to work off of. Like, she can take something and build. But with this, it's just like, make jokes. And that's a different
And
animal.
it's hard. But I think for me, it's really split right down the middle. My tops this week were Manila, Monet, and Monique. Because all three of them, like, I loved one thing that they each did. Like, Monet, first of all, her delivery and timing was perfect. And
absolutely
the
hilarious.
gag with the sunglasses was the funniest when she took the sunglasses off and had her glasses on underneath. I found that so funny.
Yeah.
And then Monique's character and delivery was hysterical. She was in character the whole time. It wasn't her. It was a great character.
It was great.
I loved it. Like, fully in it. And it's funny, too, because Monique said on her season she was in school to become a priest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she actually was. So
That's
it's
funny.
so funny that she took this character. And then Manila, the gag with the umbrella, I found that way too funny. She peeks at Bunny's body through the umbrella veil and like...
The one thing I didn't love that Manila did was that she turned the roast on the other queens.
Yeah,
Which
but...
isn't inherently bad,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not what they were told to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but think about it, like, if you ever watch a roast...
They do that, yeah.
Usually what they do is they do everyone else on the panel and then they move over to Bunny.
yeah, I guess.
And I think some of the other queens could have benefited from that because, like, the bottom three was a clear bottom.
They were so...
The three of them were clear bottoms. They really were. It was so bad.
They hurt to watch.
Naomi, I felt so bad. She was so awkward and her laughing because you could tell she was uncomfortable.
Naomi just doesn't have a place for, like, stand-up comedy.
Yeah, she's funny, but not in the stand-up realm.
Her and Trinity are in that same boat where they can take things and they can build off of them. But they just don't... Trinity does sometimes. Naomi never does, from what I see.
And then...
They don't create a funny idea.
Yeah, they don't. And then Valentina really bothered me that she literally didn't finish her makeup because she was writing her comedy. Like, she made it a joke in the thing, but why was everyone else able to write their jokes and do their full face, but you weren't?
And why were other people able to write their jokes, do their full face, and still be 10 times funnier than you?
Yeah, so that bothered me. I mean, she took it to, like, she spun it to make a joke to the reference of her season.
But nobody liked it.
Nobody thought it was funny. Like, it wasn't
Everyone was
funny.
like, oh, you really didn't finish your face?
No.
That's stupid.
Like, Ross went in this episode, because usually he's the nice judge, and he was like, I really wish you did your face. Because it's right.
It's true. And then Lady Bunny was funny.
Lady Bunny was hysterical.
She's
She's so funny. And then she did, I don't know if you know this reference, but she did the Miss Vanjie reference, because Miss Vanjie was from last season, from season 10. She was the first queen to get eliminated, and she's this really, like, ghetto Banshee Puerto Rican queen.
Mm-hmm.
So when she got eliminated, she literally walked backwards off the stage and was like, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie. So then Rude thought that was so funny, and throughout the whole season, he would just be on stage and be like, Vanjie, and start like hysterical laughing.
So weird. What?
So like, I'm happy that Bunny did that. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny. Now, what do you think about the runway? It was Angelic White.
Okay. I didn't love Monet's look. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Wait, listen. It was inherently good. Okay, let me talk. It was objectively a good look. I just didn't like it. As a judge in that situation, I would still be like, this is a good look. It was really, took a lot of effort. It's good. It isn't my taste. That's all I'm saying. Like, looking at it personally, I was like, I'm not a fan.
Okay.
The hat was a lot.
I'm gonna say...
I loved, what's her name? God, the two of them did like a goddess look. Oh, Trinity. Trinity looked
Before
awesome.
we go into Trinity, though, I'm gonna say just Monet needs the recognition. That is the best she has ever looked on that show ever. She was doing Rihanna's Met Gala look from this previous Met Gala.
Is that what that was?
That's what the reference was.
I guess I just don't know references, and that's why I don't appreciate it as much.
Her makeup was the best it's ever looked. She brought back the Pussycat wig, which I was so happy about. Short wig. She wore them on her season and we didn't like it, but I think she looks really good in a short wig. So I was happy about that. I thought the fact that she turned her train into a runway was amazing. Like, amazing, and her makeup was the best it's ever looked on the show. Like, it was so cool. But move on to Trinity.
Trinity looked great. Just that's all I
Yeah.
have to say about that.
Trinity looked really
Trinity's
good.
look rock.
Yeah.
And personally, her and Manila went for a very similar look, and I think it kind of hurt Manila's look
Really?
because Trinity looked so much better.
See, I think Manila looked better than Trinity because I like the gold accents that she did. I like the metal breastplate that she did. I like the cherubs on her belt. The shoes that she wore were from a challenge she wore in season 3, so I thought it was cool that she like reuses stuff. Like, I thought she and all blonde because you don't see her in a solid color wig a lot. You see her with the stripe, so I thought it was really cool seeing her all blondes again.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
to me, you know what she looked like? I'm gonna get nerdy for a second, so any of you that don't get the reference, I apologize now. She looked like one of the Amazonians from Wonder Woman, not in their fighting armor, and that's why I liked
yeah.
it.
Well, that's like a Greek goddess.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I thought Trinity looked better. I didn't like Valentina's look.
What was Valentina's look?
Was that she came out and she was like,
Oh, the
this
ropes.
dress is worth more than your
Yeah, I
life.
didn't. It was ill-fitting, and I don't like a neckline like that.
I
It's not
didn't like
flattering.
the box.
Yeah, the neckline like
Here.
that's not flattering, and then like the ropes were too tight, so they were causing like weird patches.
Monique, that wing that was made out of like
Blinds.
it kept getting caught in her
Yeah.
arm. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
And it looked good when she was standing still, but it wasn't practical because
So
you saw her keep like
getting
catching
stuck.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one thing I will say about Monique's look is I liked the look a lot, but I wish that the skirt, where the wing paneling was on the skirt, I wish it didn't go down to fabric. I wish it was all that blind paneling. I feel like it would have
I
looked so much
remember.
better. She had like fabric underneath the wings on her skirt, and it looked like a sheet. Like, it literally looked like a bed sheet to me.
Oh, okay.
So if it would have looked so much better with that paneling.
yeah, I see that. And then who's left? Naomi looked
Prince.
Great.
Oh my god,
Oh
that
my
was
God.
insane, amazing.
so good.
That was, I think, the best look of the week.
oh, good.
I think her and Monet had the best looks of the week.
The Prince one rock, and the guitar prop and everything.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
really, really good.
Did we forget anyone? I think that's all of them. Right?
Well, if we did, they're not memorable enough to
Ooh,
be reviewed, so...
ooh.
No, I think that's everyone, though.
Yeah, but that's Monique looked good. I just wish it was practical.
Yeah.
Like you could just see every
Yeah.
time they showed her that these were fine, and then the one blind here kept getting caught like that.
hmm
So I wish she would have honestly just taken that one blind off.
Just one, yeah.
Yeah, and
a
then
little...
kept the wing back.
She
here.
needs a little editing, that's the only thing. Like, she has good concepts, but her execution isn't always that good.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of the judges that they had? If you're not on the top, you're on the bottom.
I mean, at a certain part, like the numbers just make sense.
Yeah, but having 4 for elimination?
Yeah. I mean, there's only 6 left.
The only thing I will say is I don't think Monique deserves to be in the bottom.
No, I don't either.
I
I think okay. So I don't think Manila was better than Monique this week. I think the top should have
I
been
agree.
Monet and Monique.
I agree with you on that.
Or like you said, they should have done 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Split.
I would have liked that. Like, I think that would have been really cool, done 3 and 3.
Or two up, 2 safe, 2 in the bottom, which would
But
have
there
been,
shouldn't have been 2 safe.
which would have been no. But it should have been if they did it that way. Monet, Monique,
Should have
top,
been in the top.
Manila, and I guess
Trinity.
Trinity safe, just because Trinity had some content and then kind of flubbed.
But Trinity still didn't deserve to
No,
be
I
safe.
know. But, like,
that should have
I
been
mean,
in the
compared
bottom.
to Naomi and Valentina, who just didn't have funny content at all,
Yeah, but it was
Trinity-
like here and here. Like, it was
Trinity was bad. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. Point
Yeah.
is, I guess I would have saved Trinity just on track record over the
Yeah.
other ones. But like,
But yeah, I think Monet and Monique should have been in the lip sync, or it should have been the 3 of them. Also, I want to say that I do not think that lip sync should have been a tie. I think Monet killed it.
I agree.
I think she did amazing. I think Manila
When-
was good, but
When because he said Manila's name first. Ruby.
yeah.
When he said Manila, I literally was like, what?
When he said Manila, I knew it was going to be a tie because I knew Manila would not win by herself.
Well, I didn't know that was a thing.
They've done
And
it a
I-
couple times.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said to myself, I was watching it last night, and I was like, there is literally no way that Monet didn't win that. And then he was like, Manila Luzon. And I was like,
Yeah.
excuse me? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Her costume was better in my humble
Her
opinion.
costume was better. Her performance was better.
No, I meant Manila's costume was better.
You're entitled to your opinions. Even
But
when-
Monet's performance was leagues better.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close.
Monet's, and again, Monet had a pussycat wig on, and I love Monet in the pussycat wig. I know Rue doesn't, but I love it.
Because, like, I don't know, Monet performed, and Manila's been doing this thing where she gets to the lip sync every week, and then she just goes like...
I think Manila's doing what Ben de la Creme did last season. Ben de la Creme was in the top for every episode, and didn't want to send people home, so she would purposely throw the lip syncs, so she didn't have to send people home.
That might make sense, because Manila knew how upset everyone already was with her.
And I think she did that on purpose. Also, just to backtrack real quick, when Manila and Monet had their little moment in the workroom where they made up while they were doing their makeup, she said, I didn't want to make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying she did this, but I'm saying it really, really felt like she was insinuating that she purposely threw the lip sync.
Because she knew that Latrice should have gone home.
Yeah. I'm not saying she did that. I'm not saying she said that. I am just saying that's how it came across in their conversation.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to lip sync. So they tie.
Mm-hmm.
And then we think 2 people are going home, because that's what they've done in the past. They literally had 2 people win and send 2 people home. Well, they both voted for the same person, so they sent 1 home. But it was a tie, and then Rue turns around and goes, nobody's going home, because All Stars rules...
Dun, dun, dun!
All Stars rules are suspended. And then, wait, this was really funny. He's like, go back to the workroom, and Monique like runs off stage.
You gotta tell me twice.
Yeah, just bye. Also, they go back to their workroom, and they see a lipstick message from RuPaul. Get ready to lip sync for your life, life, life,
It is.
life.
4
Queens. 4 queens are back, and he said life 4 times on the mirror.
So, okay, so you said that like there was a teaser that said that they get to pick one.
Yeah.
So does that mean it's gonna be like a 4v4?
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Or can they pick any of them?
They could
right?
pick any of the 6.
So wait. So does that mean that like 4 of them can pick Valentina, and Valentina's gonna have to do 4 lip syncs in a row?
No, it doesn't. They're doing, so the way they're doing it, if you saw the teaser, is they're doing a lip sync showdown, and it's in reverse order. So starting with Latrice, and then whoever was eliminated next picks one of the 6 that's still there and goes against them. And if they win, they're in, and the queen that's still there is out. But there's 6 queens, so I don't know if 2 are just going to be safe.
Yeah, I guess.
Or what I was thinking is the 2 that don't get picked
Have to battle?
have to lip sync against each other.
I don't know, I hope so.
So
Also, real quick, next week when we find out what lipstick both people picked, if they didn't both pick Valentina, I'm gonna be an angry little boy.
So I already know.
Valentina needs to go home.
I'm just gonna say I already know who they both picked because I watched the first act, the first like up until the first commercial break. So
I'm gonna be angry.
We'll see.
Straight boy mad.
I hate you. Anyway, guys, tune in next week. We'll talk about the lip syncs. I'm Nick.
I'm Joe, and I'm straight.
And I'm not. Bye,
Woo!
guys. I have the same shade.